If you feel like you're always working, but never actually getting anything done, then this episode is for you. We're sharing simple, high-leverage time management hacks that help busy agents take control of their day and protect their peace. Whether you're juggling clients, showings, paperwork, or parenting, these tips are built for the real-world chaos that real estate agents experience every day. Let me explain why time management is a deal maker. Time is your most limited resource. However, most agents go around treating it like it's unlimited. The top agents aren't running around working 100 hours a week. They're just working purposely and intentionally. When it comes to time management, one thing that we do here at 54 Realty is teach the agents the power of reverse engineering a calendar. And what we typically do with that is we'll take a blank calendar and tell the agents to go ahead and put in all their obligations, any parenting responsibilities that they might have, date nights with husband or wife, any church events, community, any, if they're into working out, yoga, whatever it might be, we have them go ahead and put that into the calendar. Then when we have all the blank space, we tell them to go ahead and fill that in, and that could be your working hours, right? The one thing about real estate is we can't have a flexible schedule, but the thing is with real estate too is having that flexibility, you still need to work. And that's where most agents are going to go ahead and drop the ball, is they don't fill in that blank space with work, and they're not purposeful and intentful with that work being done when they do have the time. So we teach them, set your prospecting hours, try to schedule your showings, closings, everything like that when it comes to your business outside of your priorities. Getting started in real estate, it is going to be a little stressful. There's going to be a lot of doubt in your mind at first because you're trying to get into production and might be something that you're not accustomed to yet, especially if it's being a straight commission job. However, one thing I always tell the agents here is that you don't want to kind of sacrifice the things you do enjoy, your family life, your personal life, 100% while trying to, build your business in real estate. Because one thing is if you're struggling in real estate out the gate and it's taking you a little while to gain momentum and get going, and you feel like you've kind of compromised everything else, it's going to be easier for an agent than to quit because they feel like the world is falling apart and nothing's going right for them, rather than if, hey, I'm just struggling a bit in real estate, this might take some time, but I haven't compromised and sacrificed everything else that I enjoy doing. But the only way to really make that happen is to pay attention to your calendar, be intentful with it, and make sure that you're working when you can and still try your best to enjoy life. And always remember, when you get control of your time, you get control of your income and your sanity. Now I'm going to go ahead and share with you 4 time management hacks for real estate agents. The first hack I'm going to go over is how to time block like a boss, but build in buffer zone. One thing you can do when building out your calendar is use different color codes for it. So have a different color for every event that you're going to do, where prospecting, showings, closings are all going to have different color coordination. In addition to that, you might want to have a completely different color scheme for personal obligations and family obligations. That way you can kind of see what it's going to be. Certain hues and certain colors are going to go for work events, while other colors will be coded for personal and family obligations. Make sure to block time for reactive tasks too. Don't assume work's not going to get interrupted. Feel safe and build in those buffers of 30 minutes or 60 minutes for if you're problem solving a deal that might be going south, whether it's an appraisal issue or inspections that didn't come back favorable. Make sure to go ahead and put that in your calendar so you can plan accordingly. An example of that would put a 30-minute time block sometime in the day, and you could put out putting out fires, something like that, where, hey, this time's going to be dedicated to things that might go south of my day. Maybe it's not with a deal or prospecting. Maybe you got a flat on the way in, or you had to take your car and to get an oil change. It took a little longer than possible. Go ahead and put that in your calendar so you make sure to kind of adjust accordingly. And do keep in mind when using the calendar, you can always move things around. You just want to make sure they don't get missed, so that way you can do everything that you need to do within that day. Hack number 2, turn your phone into a tool, not a trap. Don't be afraid to use the do not disturb or focus mode setting on your phone during lead gen or content creation. It's super easy for us to get distracted with all these tasks and notifications going off on our phone. So the best way to get that uninterrupted time where you're not distracted is to go ahead and turn on those settings or to turn off all notifications. Move social media apps off your home screen or set timers so that way you're not distracted by notifications going off or tempted to use them during working hours. Use voice notes or apps like Otter.ai, that's OTTER.ai, while driving instead of trying to mentally remember everything. Now I'm going to go over the third hack, which is to plan your day backwards. Instead of asking yourself every morning, what do I have to do today? Try to set a stricter deadline for yourself and reverse engineer that question. Enact a question such as, what do I want to accomplish by 5 p.m. today? Reverse engineer your top 1 to 3 daily outcomes so that way you have a better chance of achieving them. Go ahead and make sure to set those non-negotiables before the start of the day, preferably the night before. So that way you have a better chance of ensuring that everything you want to get done in that day does happen. Hack number 4 is something that we probably all struggle with the most, and that is simply saying no more often. Every yes to a random coffee meeting or broker open is a no for a more critical event in your day, such as prospecting, rest, or spending time with your family. Practice saying things such as, I'd love to, but I'm booked this week. Can we touch base next week? Or something as simple as, I reserve my mornings for client work. Is there any way we can connect this afternoon? Also, do keep in mind that when you put everything into a calendar, you can claim it's all an appointment, regardless of what it is. By doing this, you could simply let people know that, hey, I have an appointment at that time. Would tomorrow at 2 p.m. or Thursday at 8 a.m. possibly work better for you? It doesn't matter what that event is. If it could be going to your son's soccer game, attending a school recital, picking up your kid from daycare, whatever it might be, you could classify everything as an appointment. So that way you don't have to worry about if somebody might be judging you because of the event that you're attending to miss out on the event they're inviting you to or work that might need to get done. Now real quick, I'm going to go over common pitfalls to avoid when it comes to time management. The first one is simply overscheduling with no breathing room. Make sure to go ahead and create those buffers in your daily calendar to ensure that you have enough time to do everything. And if you get backed up on something, it's going to give you back that time to make up to make sure everything gets done in the day that you needed to. Multitasking instead of deep focus. It's better to focus on one thing at a time than try to do many things simultaneously. Letting the loudest voice, whether through phone, text, email, or talking to in person, dictate your day. A lot of times we might fall victim to allowing the loudest voice in the room to control our day. And we need not to allow the loudest voice in the room to control our day, but the highest priority. Skipping planning altogether and simply trying to wing it. As they say, most people don't plan to fail. They just simply fail to plan. Now I'm going to go ahead and give everybody a quick action step. I want to challenge everyone that before tomorrow starts, go ahead and write down your top 3 priorities for the day. That one time block that must be protected, whether it's prospecting, lead gen, client appreciation, whatever it might be, go ahead and protect that one. I want you to put it in your phone or on a sticky note, add it to your calendar as well. I want to make sure that you stick to it, and that this adds as a constant reminder. Now I'm going to share real quick how time management helped one of our agents in our office gain control of her schedule. One of our agents was constantly running late, missing follow-ups, and not accomplishing the task that she set out to do that day. She implemented one simple shift. By simply reviewing her calendar the night before, and by only locking in 2 prospecting hours before noon every day, within 30 days, her pipeline tripled. So now let's do a recap of today's episode. 1, let's make sure that we block time and buffer it. Use your calendar and put those buffers in place. 2, use your phone and your calendar with intention. 3, reverse engineer your schedule. Make sure to plan backwards, as well as the deadlines and tasks that you hope to get accomplished that day. And finally, in closing, make sure to say no with confidence. If this episode helped you save even an hour of your day, go ahead and share it with another agent who could use some breathing room. And make sure to hit subscribe so that way you don't miss next week's episode, which is how to build a referral pipeline that simply works on autopilot.